Welcome to the Global Athletics Weekly podcast, a production of Making of Champions, Nigeria's leading sports media and management company.
It's still early days yet, but Usain Bolt has already thrown down the gauntlet after opening his season at the Cayman Invitational over the weekend. Welcome to another exciting edition of Global Athletics Weekly, and I'm your host, Yemi Olus. I won't be doing this alone. As usual, I have my fellow analysts here in the house with me. Welcome to Global Athletics Weekly, Chris.
It's a pleasure being back.
And Fumi, it's nice having you here again.
Thank you very much.
So guys, we had a very competitive weekend with no one other than the world record holder and multiple Olympic and world medalist Usain Bolt, starting off the 2016 season at the Cayman Invitational. Bolt opened with a time of 10.05 seconds and won his race, of course. But then we also saw Johan Blake running over the weekend to 10.03. We saw Justin Gatlin doing the same thing in Shanghai. I mean, he had the fastest time, 9.94 seconds. Guys, what does this portend, for the 100 meters this year? Are we going to see a three-man race, in the Olympics?
The thing is, Bolt always starts slowly. And he's always selective about the races he runs. And he does not just come and run in so many races. He will come, I don't know whether he's just trying to deceive people. He will come and not run so fast. 10.05, some people, I saw some headlines yesterday, they were saying the big man is rusty. When you compare this with Justin Gatlin running 10.02 before, now stepping it down to run 9.94, you would think that, Gatlin is the person to beat. Not forgetting Johan Blake. Johan Blake ran 9.95 before and now ran 10.03. So it's not like Bolt against Blake and Gatlin. Who is he going to beat?
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you're thinking Gatlin is the top challenger to the Olympic gold medal this time around, we don't have to forget how Bolt bounces back. He knows how to, perform when the ovation is loudest, when people expect him to do so. So I still think he is going to be the top dog, if I should use that phrase, this time around.
Okay, we saw that last year. We didn't see Bolt running until the London Diamond League, which was later in the year, perhaps around July or so. But this time around, he's opening in May. I mean, Fumi, how fast do you see Bolt going since he's opening this early, unlike last year?
Okay, I don't know what his plans are or what his coach might want for him, but what I do know is that Bolt is past the time or age of trying to impress everybody before in major championships. He doesn't come to say, oh, I want to run a 10.97 now, or a 9.6 now, or a 9.5 now. Now he leaves his times for the final, the championship final. I know this year already we have the Olympics, so I see him, it's just like what he said, he doesn't know how fast he's going to go to the final. But between him, Gatlin, and Blake, at the Olympics final, I just see a situation where Bolt will not have it easy because he knows that, wow, I have Blake by my side, I have Gatlin by my side. So how fast the race is going to be, I don't know. But what I'm very sure of and what we are sure of is that Bolt currently doesn't want to give you the times or tell you how fit he is or how stable he is ahead of the Olympics. So let's wait till the Olympics begin and see what happens.
If I'm going to chip in, let's not forget these three guys finished first, second, third at the last Olympic Games in London. Bolt, Blake, Gatlin in that order. So I think we could see a repeat this time around, but we might be surprised. Don't forget last year at the World Championships.
Exactly.
Gatlin almost beat Bolt. You understand? So if Gatlin, I think Gatlin himself is wiser now. 1 year is enough to have taught him that, see, I made a mistake. I bottled an opportunity of winning gold or beating Bolt when it mattered most. He might come back and stun everybody. I think he could stun Bolt.
But let's not forget the younger guys. We saw how Trayvon Bromell and Andre DeGrasse, came up last year and sort of just surprised everyone by taking bronze. So we mustn't forget these young guys. So even though some of them haven't run yet, this season, I don't think we can actually take them for granted. And then someone like Femi Ogunade too, who ran a world lead, let's not forget Femi as well. He could actually be a contender eventually.
You're right about that, but everybody knows when it comes to the 100 meters, what three names comes to your mind? You talk about Bolt, you talk about Gatlin, and now you know that Blake is back. So you expect that in the final it will be in that order, probably for the medal, for the podium finishers.
Probably, but not necessarily.
Probably not necessarily.
I think
when
they might swap places.
They must swap places. Yes.
Yes.
In what order?
It's possible.
In what order?
If I'm sticking out my neck, I think Gatlin will win.
Okay. The 100 meters
yes,
final.
Gatlin is going to win. It's a bold assertion, but I think Gatlin is going to win.
Well, we still have August to see how this eventually plays out. But moving quickly to the Diamond League in Shanghai during the weekend, we saw 4 world leads being set in Shanghai. First of all, we saw the men's 110 hurdles where Omar McLeod did his first sub-13 seconds for the season. And then, of course, Faith Kipyegon in the women's 1,500. She sets a national record, meeting record, and world lead. And then, of course, Haivin Kieng in the steeplechase, world lead, and meeting record. And then, of course, Sandra Pekovic in the discus, Diamond League record.
Why were you smiling when she was
lead.
reading out all those names?
I was actually smiling because we were also expecting one other person to at least set a mid-record.
Who was that?
And unfortunately, due to stars or something happened, he faded to 5th place. I'm talking about world record holder David Rudisha.
You're listening to the Global Athletics Weekly podcast. Global Athletics Weekly is a Making of Champions production.
But guys, what do you think, about these performances by those people in Shanghai? I mean, what you have to say about it?
Let me talk about Omar McLeod. Everybody was worried that, he's just starting, he's trying to show us what he's got. But sooner or later, he will start fading, like he will start getting tired and start fading. But he has come to say, wow, I'm the man to beat. And every single week I come out to run on this track, I'm going to show you that you still have to beat me. Since the last time he lost a race was at the last World Championships back in Beijing. And that was last year, which means he has won every single race that he has done this year. So McLeod was just 0.1 seconds shy of the meet record that was set by Chinese Liu Zhan. So we might see this guy, he has a PB of 12.97 already. So, and just 0.1 seconds shy of that. So we might just see him set a new PB even before probably the heat of the Olympics starts. Now, talking about Kip Yegon, I watched the race and I saw the way she finished. She ran an astonishing 43.5 seconds for the last 300 meters. And it brings to mind that, wow, Kip Yegon was in the race, but there was an absence of Stefan Hassan,
of course,
and the world record holder, Dibaba. So imagine if these 3 guys were in the same race.
It would have been faster, definitely.
Definitely. So we just can't rule that out. And Haivin Kieng also. The race I watched it also, the gap that she gave them was like, man, I'm still strong, and she finished strongly and comfortably. These her meet records are just times that have just been said, their first race, probably their first race of the season. So imagine what's come up next. So we just can't put anybody out like, okay, keep your going now. Next week, someone else might just come up and just take over. This is an Olympic year, and everybody wants to bring their A game. So we should expect faster times apart from this.
Okay, to add to what Fumi just said about McLeod, let's not forget there were 2 false starts in that race. So, I mean, possibly he played a factor. Well, I'm not taking anything away from the guy. He was outstanding and, winning successive races back to back from Doha to Shanghai. He is really the top person to beat in the 110 hurdles this year. And also about Kip Yegon, I still think she has a long way to go if she's going to meet or better the time of Genzebe Dibaba in the 1500. Because Dibaba's world record is 350.17. She did 356. So, I mean, it's like 6 seconds more what she needs to drop in order to get to that level. But Pekovic is one outstanding athlete that Diamond League record 70.88 meters. That's quite big.
78. And that's not even her PB.
I actually forgot about that. You know, she lost the World Championships gold. To the Cuban lady, and now she has shown that, well, I'm not ready to lose this anymore, even the Olympic Championship. And to add to what he said about McLeod said before the race that probably if the false start had not happened between Merritt and Ortega, he would have gone faster.
It would have been faster, definitely.
It would have been faster because he was tense, he has to drink water to calm himself down and stuff like that. So probably his next race, might just see him come drop his time.
Another person who put up an impressive performance during the weekend was 2013 European Junior Champion Nathaniel Michel Blake. He ran a scorching 19.95 seconds, at the Southeastern Conference in Alabama on Saturday, and he's just the third Briton to run under 20 seconds. So I mean, that's a good one,
Is that another Zane Hughes?
Who can tell? I mean, those guys are just coming out every day, and
are we even talking about?
It's difficult to keep up actually with them.
How about that relay team? If you have Zane Hughes, this guy is there, Dasolu is there, there's Chijundu.
Exactly.
Imagine how their relay team will be.
They could actually spring a surprise in Rio.
Remember what happened?
Looking social.
Remember what happened?
I'm not being optimistic about the Great Britain team. I don't think Hughes. What did he call his name again?
Michel Blake.
Chijundu. No, this guy.
Remember what happened?
The best they can get is a fourth.
Remember what happened in Athens? That Britain stunned USA to win the 4x1.
Let's see.
Same thing might just happen this year.
Okay, to wrap up the international scene, guess what's coming next? The IAAF Diamond League is coming to Africa.
For the first time.
I mean on the 22nd, that's a week from now or thereabouts. Rabat in Morocco is going to be hosting the IAAF Diamond League. Guys, what do you feel about this?
Why didn't they take it to Marrakech? I mean, well,
why Marrakech?
This is asking for too much. Rabat is equally good. It's a nice city, beautiful. So
yeah, but I was like, if they're going to
Marrakech, so I mean, they have a good.
It's a very lovely place. But what was missing was that the crowd didn't actually come out as such, in Marrakech. So if it's in Rabat, they might actually have more people coming to the stadium, to watch the Diamond League.
It's a good one for us, for Africa, for Nigeria. Blessing Akabare, the poster lady for the Rabat Diamond League. So, I mean, we look forward to an exciting Diamond League meet.
And it's actually good that Rabat Diamond League is going to be held in Africa now, because it will give young athletes the opportunity to watch and see these guys live. And they will say, okay, one day I want to be there, one day I want to run there. So it's good motivation for them.
Maybe they should bring it to Lagos.
I wish. But I mean, I wanted to ask.
We are talking about population.
Do we see the IAAF World Championships coming to Africa anytime soon?
Yes, it's possible. We saw the FIFA 20
World Cup in South Africa.
Football.
Why not?
Well, it's possible. I mean, Lamin Diak was president and we didn't get the IAAF World Championships in Africa. So do you think Sebastian
But he wasn't president when we got the Diamond League. So you never can tell. It might just go anyway.
Well, fair point.
Thanks for joining us. This has been Global Athletics Weekly, a production of Making of Champions. Join us same time next week for another fantastic edition. And I remain your host, Yemi Olus.
Global Athletics Weekly is a Making of Champions production. For all the latest athletics stories, go to makingofchamps.com and follow us on social media at Making of Champs on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, and YouTube.